Hello, and welcome to another live video. Today we're going to go through Vinyasa flow just to build strength in the body, energize the body. I'm hopefully going to try to shorten the class again a little bit. So looking at about 45-minute class. Yeah, not as long. I know a lot of people have asked me, can I do some shorter classes? I know some people are looking at 20, 30-minute classes, but I'll do those classes as kind of additional classes. I like to still keep my live classes at least 45 minutes to an hour and 15 long, because it's so you can really just get settled in, get warm. You know, shorter classes are great for first thing in the morning, but I think I'm going to stay with my average of hour classes for the evening. But today we are going to try and shorten it a little bit. Yeah, come to your mats, grab blocks, grab straps if you need them, and let's start in child's pose today. So coming onto your knees. As always, you can be in the closed-legged, knees together, or knees wide. Bringing the forehead to the mat. If the knees are together, as always, you can take the arms back if you wish. And as you come to your mat, just letting go of anything from your day today. Letting go of your to-do list for the week to come. Just allowing yourself to be present. Taking a moment to check in with yourself. How do you feel? How does the body feel? How is the emotional state? And can you just allow yourself to totally relax down, to let go. Drop in any expectations for your practice this evening, or this morning, this afternoon, whatever you're practicing. And when you're ready, start to deepen the breath as you take control of the breath. Maybe activating that Ujjayi breath so you breathe with sound. And breathing into the upper back, between the shoulder blades. And as you exhale, exhale your breath completely. Feeling that contraction in your abdomen and all the way down into the pelvic floor. Before you take your next inhale. Keeping the breath slow and steady. And keeping the mind focused on the breath. Let's take an inhale. Reach the fingertips forward, lift the gaze. And as we exhale, let's walk the hands over to the left. And take a little side stretch. Inhale as you walk your hands back through center. And exhale over onto the right. Inhale as you walk your hands back through center. And exhale, walking the hands towards you. Let's bring these together. And let's warm up the spine a little bit here. Let's interlace fingers. Inhale, raise the arms. Move the heart forward. Open through the chest, lift the gaze. Exhale, bring hands behind the head. Pelvis falls back. Navel to the spine, chin to the chest. Inhale, reach. And exhale, repeat. Hands behind the head. Collapse the chest. Chin comes in. Inhale, reach. Find the extension. So we're doing cat-cows. We're in our seat. Let's do two more. Inhale, reach. Send that pelvis forward. Open through the chest. Raise the arms. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, raise those arms again. Exhale, release hands, interlace the fingers behind the back. Inhale, draw your shoulder blades together, send the hands away from the back. And exhale, folding forward, send the arms high. Forehead comes to the mat if it's available. If not, just fall forward as comfortable as feels good in your body. Inhale, coming up. Keep the hands clasped. Exhale, let's bring the fist over to the left side of the body. Pull that left shoulder in. And we're going to drop the head over to the left. Just taking a little neck stretch here, shoulder stretch. One more breath. Inhale, bring head back through center. And bring the fist over to the right side of the body. Draw the right elbow back. And dropping the head over to the right now. Again, just releasing any tension through the neck, through the shoulders. Inhale, releasing. Open the chest. And exhale. Bring the left hand onto the mat. Inhale, right arm high. Exhale, side flexion. Move the hips right as you reach over to the left. Maybe elbow drops, maybe not. Keep reaching through that extended hand. Inhale, come back through center. Drop that right hand. Reach the left arm high. Hips move left. And reaching over to the right. Notice the tension in the body. Inhale, come back through center. And exhale, hands in front. Let's make our way to tabletop position. Knees, hips width apart. Fingers spread, palms pressing the mat. Let's find a tabletop plank. So tuck the tailbone under. Draw the navel in, find your bandage, squeeze that pelvic floor. Wrap the triceps under. And just gaze in between your hands on the mat. Squeeze everything in. We're going to hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Step the right foot back. Stay nice and strong through the core. hold. Switch on that right leg. Press back through the right heel. Make sure the core is on. Can you pull those lower ribs in? We'll hold for 3, 2, 1. Set the right knee back down. Extend the left leg. Keep that tailbone tucked under. Keep the work. Press back through that left heel and hold in for 3, for 2, 1. And set that left knee down. Bring the knees together. Sit back on the heels and come into child's pose. Lift the gaze. Inhale, make your way back to your tabletop position. This time we're going to send the knees back a little bit. Bring the knees together this time. So knees together, but knees back away from the hips. Now we're going to do the same again. So first is the setup. Make sure those triceps are wrapped under. Make sure you've got a good grip between the hands and the mat. Squeeze the glutes. Tuck the tailbone under. Draw the navel in. Find strength through the core. And we'll hold for 3. Press the mat away. For 2. Squeeze the glutes. Pull everything under. 1. And if you can, lift the knees now. Keep the work through the core. So a nice toe stretch at the same time here. And hold for 3. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. For 2. And 1. Set the knees down. Sit back on the heels. Take a rest. Child's pose. And lifting the gaze, coming back to that tabletop position. Again, knees together. Find strength through your core. Tuck that tailbone under. Squeeze, 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 and hold. Exactly the same as we did first time round. So draw those lower ribs in and up. For 3. Press the mat away. Find strength through those hands. For 2. 1. Lift the feet up. Lift the knees up, sorry. Keep the feet down. Going onto those tippy toes again. And hold for 3. Find work through the core. For 2. 1. And drop knees, rest, child's pose. Lifting the gaze, walking the hands towards you this time. Hands either side of the knees. We're going to lean into the hands. Lift the knees up, squeeze the core, and hold. So you're looking for the same concave shape in the abdomen. For 3. For 2. 1. Set the knees back down and give the wrist a shake. Bring the hands back down either side of the knees. Again, wrap the triceps under, find strength in the core. A little bend in the elbows as you set up, leaning forward, and then press into the mat. See if you can find the strength through the shoulders, then pull the knees in. Hold. Think of trying to get those thighs as close to the body as you can. For 3, 2, 1. Exhale, bringing the knees to the mat, walking the hands forward. Tucking the toes under, send the hips back, and let's find downward facing dog. And stretching out the backs of the legs, petting the legs if that feels good. And drop those knees back down, find that tabletop position. We're going to bring the right foot forward, so it's just in front, and just behind, sorry, that left knee. Turn around here. As we take an inhale, as we exhale, let's press the hips back. Just drawing that knee to the outside of the body. Inhale, move forward, pivot on the foot, turn the knee out. Exhale, press back, just open it into that right hip. Inhale, move forward, step the right foot back, come onto the ball of the foot, and exhale, press that right heel back. Inhale, bring that right foot forward, just behind that left knee, and exhale, and send those hips back, stretching through that right hip. Inhale, move forward, pivot on the ball of the foot, right knee out, exhale, press back. Inhale, move forward, send the right foot back, exhale, press back through that right heel. Bring the right foot forward, inhale, exhale, send the hips back and down, stretch through that hip. Inhale, move forward, pivot on the ball of the right foot, knee out, exhale, sit back. And open it into those external glutes. Inhale, move forward, send the right foot back, exhale, press back, hold. Option to lift the left knee up now, into the chest. Hold for 3, 2, 1. And setting that left knee back down. Let's pivot on that left knee. Open that left leg up to the side. Making a little side plank variation. Raising the right arm towards the ceiling. Sending the hips forward. Just working through that left hip. Working through the side body. Option to take that right arm overhead if it feels good. Try to keep an external rotation in that right shoulder. Almost trying to pull the palm towards you. And if you're going well, lifting that right foot up. Let's hold. For 3, 2, keep sending the hips forward. And 1, setting that foot back down. Bring the right hand back to the mat. Pivot back on that left knee. And let's find our downward facing dog again. Inhale. And exhale, dropping knees back to the mat. And repeat that on the left side. So coming onto the ball of the left foot, again, the left foot just behind that right knee. Inhale there. Exhale, press back. Knee comes to the outside of the body. Sit as low as you can. Inhale, moving forward. Pivot on that foot. Turn the knee out. Exhale, press back. It doesn't have to be as deep, just till you feel that stretch in the outer glutes. Inhale, move forward. Set that left foot back. And exhale, press back through that left heel. Inhale, bring that left foot back behind the knee. And exhale, sink. Inhale, move forward, pivot on the ball of the foot, knee turns out. Exhale, press back. Inhale, move forward, send the left foot back. Exhale, press back through that left heel, just stretching the back of that left leg. Inhale, move forward, plant the foot. And exhale, sit back. Inhale, move forward, pivot that foot out, or pivot the knee out. Exhale, sit back. Inhale, move forward, set the left foot back. Exhale, press back through that heel, and we're going to hold it here again. Option to draw that right thigh in. Hold for 3, 2, and 1. Setting that right knee back down. If you lifted, pivot on that knee, turn that right foot out slightly, and come into that side plank position. So you can just check that the joints are stacked in that right arm. Work on opening the hips, opening the chest, reaching that left arm high, or again, you can send that arm overhead if it feels good. And again, option to lift that left foot up if you're going well. And hold. 3, 2, and 1. Exhale, lowering down. Bringing that hand back to the mat. And we'll step that right foot back to meet the left, finding downward facing dog. Lift sit bones to the ceiling. Press chest towards the knees. Walk the hands towards the feet. Let's take hold of the big toes. You can take ragdoll here. If you wish, taking hold of opposite elbows. As we come into a nice forward fold, extend through the spine and exhale, fold. And just breathe into your tension, into the backs of the legs, maybe the lower back, making sure those knees are bent as much as you need them. Shoulders away from the ears. Deep breaths into the upper back, into the chest. Releasing the toes, walking the hands forward. Let's find that downward facing dog again. Raise right leg to the ceiling, three-legged dog. Inhale. And exhale, slowly lower that right leg down, crossing it over the back of the left leg. See if you can bring the foot to the mat on the outside of the left foot. We're going to start to walk the hands back. We're coming into a forward fold, but with the legs crossed here. Let's pull that head in towards the legs. Again, try to tip the weight forward slightly. Bring right hand underneath the face. Let's take a little twist to the left. Bring the left hand down. Take a twist to the right. Inhale. Both hands back to the mat. Walk the hands forward. Back into the center of the mat. Raise the right leg towards the ceiling. Three-legged dog. Open the hip up. Point that toe. Working the outer glutes. Option to bend that right knee. And really reaching that right knee towards the ceiling. Heel towards the buttock. And closing the hip. Bringing that right foot back down. Back into your downward facing dog. Left leg reaches high, three-legged dog. Press back through that left heel. Work the back of the right leg. Inhale. Exhale, lower that left foot. Now coming to the outside of the right foot. So again, crossing those legs. And walking the hands back. So you're coming over to the right side of the mat at the back, coming into that forward fold. You're just noticing the difference in the legs in this forward fold. Allow that head to hang heavy. Plant the left hand. Inhale, reach the right arm high, little twist. Exhale, release right hand to the mat. Inhale, raise left arm. Exhale, lower. And walking those hands forward again, back to the top center of your mat. Inhale, raise that left leg high again. Find that three-legged dog. Point the toe, open the hip. Option to bend the knee, reach that knee high. Close the hip. Find that downward facing dog again. Let's move forward, find a high plank position. Step the feet back a little bit more if you need to. So again, just as we've been doing previously, tuck in that tailbone under, finding strength through the legs. Let's bring the feet together. Pull the lower ribs in. Work the upper back. Let's flip over to the outside of the left foot as we find a side plank. Reaching the right arm high. Hips move high. You can take whatever variation feels good. Option to drop that knee, come to where we were before. Option to bring right foot in front of the left. A little bit more balance here. Whatever feels good. Option to lift that right leg if you're going well. And option to bend that right knee, plant that right foot behind you, making your way into waltzing. Maybe bending both knees, bringing the soles of the feet onto the mat and lift the hips high, opening through that left shoulder, reaching back with that right hand. Inhale and exhale. Planting that left foot back onto the mat, parallel with the short side of the mat. Bringing the right foot back around and finding your downward facing dog. How did that go? However it felt, no worries. Maybe you were successful, maybe not. It's all good. Let's bring the feet together. Move forward and find that high plank again. So you tuck in that tailbone under, finding strength in your plank first. Squeeze everything in. Flip over to the outside of the right foot. And again, taking whichever variation of your side plank that feels good. Lift those hips nice and high. Reach the left arm high. And again, option to raise left leg if you're going well. Bend that left knee, plant the left foot behind you so you're on the ball of the foot. Open up, send the hips high. Find your waltzing. Bend the knees again. Now plant both feet and lift the hips high. We're feeling a nice extension through that right shoulder. Feeling an opening through the body. Inhale and exhale. Pivot on that right foot. Turn it so it comes back around, level with the short side of the mat. Bringing that left hand back to the mat. And planting that left foot, finding your downward dog. Inhale. Exhale, drop knees to the mat. Knees together, all knees wide, sit back and rest in your child's pose. And lifting the gaze, making your way back to your tabletop position. Straighten that right leg back. Inhale. As we exhale, we're going to bring the right knee to the outside of the left leg. Just move that left foot over a little bit. Turn around. And we're going to start to sit back and take a nice little hip stretch here. You may need blocks underneath you, underneath the bum. Just feel a nice release to the hip, to the left hip more so. Maybe you're feeling it more in the right hip. An option to stay here, option to fold forward. Just release, allow those hips to sink. And inhale, coming back up. Back to that tabletop position. We'll bring that right leg back, go around the left leg. Let's tuck toes under, send hips back and up. Find downward facing dog. Inhale and exhale. Drop knees to the mat. Sending that left leg back. Inhale and exhale. Bending the left knee, bringing it to the outside now of the right leg. And shift that right foot over, so more towards the left side of the mat. And slowly, slowly just starting to sink back into those hips. modify as needed. So again, if you need blocks, take blocks. Again, option to stay here, option to fold forward. And just breathe in into that tension. Soften the face, the jaw, soften the shoulders. And coming back up. Plant the hands back onto the mat. Bring that right knee down. Send that left foot back. Tuck the toes under. Let's find downward facing dog. Let's bring the right knee in towards the stomach. Draw it forward. Plant that right foot. Pivot on that right heel. Turn the feet out so we're in a wide-legged position. Inhale, find length through your spine. Toes in, heels out slightly. And exhale, fold. Option to find movement in your forward fold. Option to find stillness. You can also bend into one knee, bend into the other knee. Whatever feels good in your body. And lifting the gaze, find length through the spine. Walking the hands around to the top of the mat. Let's drop that back knee, find a low lunge. Toes can stay tucked under or top of the foot on the mat. Sinking through those hips. Reach the arms high, inhale. Exhale, interlace the fingers behind the back. Inhale, draw the shoulder blades together. Send that fist down that back leg. Lift the gaze if it feels good. Inhale. And exhale. Planting the hands back onto the mat. Tuck the back toes under. We'll send that right foot back to meet the left. Find your downward dog. Bend that left knee. Bring it in towards the chest, knee to the chin. And step that left foot through. Plant the heels. Pivot on the feet. And find your wide-legged on the other side now. And then toes in, heels out. Inhale. And exhale, folding forward. Option to take hold of the ankles. You can take big toes here if you wish, or you can continue to find movement here. Again, bending one knee to the other. If you're bending into the knees, you may need to change the angle of the feet slightly so that the toes are pointing out a little bit. Just making sure that those thighs just track in the same direction as the feet if you're moving. If you're in your forward fold, as always, you can use a block. If you can't get all the way down to the mat, we're going to just take the outsides of the legs, the calves. Inhale, coming through center. Lengthen through the spine. And exhale, walk the hands back to the top of the mat. Pivot on those feet. Feet point the top of the mat, then drop that back knee. Point that back foot. Find that low lunge. That lazy low lunge. Knee back. Left knee over the ankle. And make your way up. Soften the shoulders. Soften the face. Sink those hips low. Breathe into your tension. Inhale, arms high. Exhale, interlace fingers behind the back. Inhale, shoulder blades together. And if it feels good, we're opening up, working into a back bend a little bit here as we send the fist down the back of that right leg. And exhale, release hands to the mat, tuck the back toes under, send the left foot back to meet the right, downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale, dropping the knees to the mat, swinging the legs around, or you can cross the legs over, sit back over the feet, and make your way to a seated position. Let's bring right leg in front of left leg. So a variation of double pigeon. As always, if double pigeon is in your practice, you're quite open in the hips, feel free to stack the joints. So right ankle on top of left knee, right knee on top of left ankle. You can use bolsters, pillows if you're a little bit like me today. We have a little bit of space. Sometimes you're like this, if you're really tight in the hips, you're like this, then use bolsters under both sides. If it's too much, then of course just bring the right leg in front of the left. Nice and tall through the spine. Breathe into that tension. If it feels good, maybe you want to walk those hands forward. And again, just check that you're not tensing up in the jaw. The shoulders stay relaxed. Inhale in. And exhale. Little twist and fold to the left. You should feel the stretch deepen in that right hip. Inhale, coming back to center, and exhale. Let's switch the legs. Left leg in front of the right leg. Or again, you're taking that double pigeon on the left side. And again, it changes day to day. I think it was Sunday we did this posture, and my hips were like, not today. No double pigeon today. So again, just listen to your body, do what your body says. Being a little bit more open in my hips today than Sunday. So I'm going to go for my double pigeon. Again, use blocks, bolsters if you need to. And again, you can stay here, just working into this posture. Again, you don't need to come into the double pigeon. Left leg can just be in front of right leg. Keep that left ankle flexed, or keep both ankles flexed if you can, just to support the knees. Inhale and exhale, fold it forward. Again, if it feels good, or stay upright. And just breathe into those hips. You should be feeling it a little bit more in the left hip now than in the right hip. If you're not feeling it in the hips at all, stay upright and just work on moving that heart forward so that you're not collapsing into the chest so much, and that will send the stretch into the hip a little bit more. And inhale to come up. Exhale, twist and forward fold towards the right knee, left foot. Here, not too much. If you're already feeling it in that left hip, you don't need to go so deep here. Inhale, coming up, and exhale, release. Let's straighten those legs. And let's make our way down to a lying down position. Hands by the side, tuck the tailbone under, and raise the legs. So just piking those legs towards the ceiling here. Can you curl your tailbone under a little bit more so that lower back connects to the mat, and work through the core here a little bit. So option 1 is to stay here. Option 2, we're going to lift the shoulders off the mat. And again, really feeling that connection to the core and the connection lower back to the mat. And just reaching those hands towards the feet. And let's see if we can hold. Every exhale, see if you can pick the shoulders up a little bit more. Reach a little bit more towards those feet. And we'll hold 5 more breaths if we can. Squeeze the core, squeeze banders. Can you squeeze pelvic floor? 3 more breaths. 2 more breaths. And 1. Exhale, release. Draw the knees into the body. Let's take the arms out to a T. You're going to come into a simple twist, just dropping those knees with control over to the left. And dropping the head over to the right. Releasing the spine. Releasing the chest. And drawing head back through center. Inhale, draw knees back through center. And exhale over to the right. And dropping the head over to the left now. And bringing head back to center. Inhale, draw knees back through center. Give yourself a squeeze. Releasing feet to the mat. And we'll straighten those legs out as we make our way into our final posture, our Shavasana. Take up space with your arms, palms facing up. As always, if you have a blanket close at hand, take your blanket or put a jumper on, put some socks on, just to keep that heat, that energy trapped in your body. I don't want the body to go cool during our Shavasana. And just check the shoulders are away from the ears. And there's space in your body. And just letting your Ujjayi breath go now. Closing your eyes. Just allow your body to melt. And bring your awareness to the breath, the natural breath. Notice the wind moving in and out of the nostrils. Always your option now to stay in your Shavasana a little bit longer, as long as your body needs. I'm going to take a nice deep inhale. Exhale the breath, completely connect navel to the spine. Inhale the breath into your heart space. And exhale the breath into the fingertips, the toes, and start to bring movement back to the body. Rotating wrists and ankles, moving limbs. Bringing feet and legs together, take arms overhead for a deep stretch. And draw knees into the chest. Give yourself a squeeze. And as always, just offering gratitude to your body for what it can do, for what it endures. And gratitude for all you've been given so far in your life. All is good. Rock to your right hand side. Blinking the eyes open and joining me again in a comfortable seated position. We'll bring our hands into Anjali Mudra at our heart center when we're there. And I'll finish with an Om and a mantra and then 3 shantis. And join me in the mantra. If you know the mantra, take an inhale. Exhale. Inhale for Om. Purnamada, Purnamidam, Purnat, Purnamadachyate, Purnasya, Purnamidaya, Purnamivavashishyate. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Hare Om. Raising our hands to our heads for kindness in our thoughts, to our hearts for kindness in our actions, and to our lips for kindness in our words. From my heart to your heart, always. Namaste. Thank you for practicing with me. Hopefully, a little bit of a shorter practice. We're still 50 minutes. I'm not good at the short practices. I need to do better. Always room to improve in every area of your life, I suppose. But no, thank you for joining me. I hope you feel a little bit stronger, hopefully in your core, your arms maybe, in your legs, in your entire body. A little bit more space in your body, a little bit more opening in the hips. And yeah, enjoy the rest of your evening or day if you're watching this after the case. Thank you for joining me. As always, if you have questions about your practice, I'm always available to answer any questions. If you're working on your headstand, I've uploaded last week a supported headstand tutorial, so that'll help you on your way into headstand. As always, please like the video. If you liked it, please share the video. If you know anybody else who would like this video or any of my other videos, I think this is now day 37, so lots and lots of videos out there to try, lots of different styles, different lengths. yeah, I think that's it. Please support me if you can, if you're financially stable enough. I've had government help for the first time in my life, and it's terrible. It's absolutely terrible. I don't know how I'm going to survive, but yeah, that surely, yeah, something will happen. Hopefully, this lockdown doesn't last much longer. Otherwise, I'm going to go live with my mom. But no, thank you for joining me. And yeah, please donate if you can. I'll always add the link at the end in the description. So if you want to donate now, it's not going to be there, but it is in any of my other videos. You can find the link to my PayPal there. I can see. I'm pretty sure it's going to be Sally. Oh, lovely. Yeah, it was strong, challenging, but shorter. So short and sweet, short and sweet. But no, thank you for joining me, Sally, as always. And yeah, thank you to you guys for joining me. Again, I'm back at 7 o'clock tomorrow. It's the Ashtanga Flow Tuesday. So yeah, 7 o'clock for Ashtanga Flow. So join me tomorrow, or check out any of my other videos as you wish. But yes, thank you. Love to you all. Stay safe. And yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. All being well. Namaste, namaste, namaste.